Welcome back, my friend. Today, forget about excuses. Forget about waiting for the perfect moment. Forget about blaming anyone else. This moment, right here, is between you and your future. And before we begin, let me remind you of something important. If you find value in these words, if you want to grow stronger in both English and life, make sure you subscribe to English Motivational Learning. Every single subscription is fuel for us to keep creating better content, deeper lessons, and stronger motivation for you. Your click is not just support for us, it is a commitment to yourself, a promise that you will keep learning, keep improving, and keep moving forward. Now let's talk about the power that separates winners from quitters, the power that separates dreamers from achievers, the power that separates excuses from results. That power is self-discipline. Most people think success belongs to the lucky, or to the talented, or to the ones born with special gifts. But deep inside, you know the truth. Success belongs to the disciplined. It belongs to the person who wakes up early when everyone else sleeps in. It belongs to the one who takes action even when the heart is tired. It belongs to the one who says, "I will," instead of "maybe tomorrow." Self-discipline is not a feeling. It is a decision to do what is right, not what is easy. A decision to take control of your hours, your energy, your money, your body, and your mind. Discipline is the iron bridge that carries your dream across the fire of fear. Without it, even the most brilliant talent collapses. With it, even an ordinary person can rise to greatness. Think of your own life. How many times did you say tomorrow, but tomorrow never came? How many goals have you left half finished? How many times did you give up because it felt too hard? You see, excuses are comfortable, but they are expensive. Every excuse you make costs you a piece of your future. Every time you quit, you lose trust in yourself. And the worst pain in life is not failure, it is regret. But here's the good news. Discipline can be built. Just like a muscle, it grows when you train it. Small daily choices shape massive results. Say no to laziness once, and you gain strength. Choose focus over distraction once, and you gain clarity. Finish what you start once, and you gain confidence. Step by step, decision by decision. You are transforming into someone new. This journey is not about perfection. You will fall. You will fail. You will get tired. But discipline is the voice that says, stand up, keep going, try again. Motivation may light the fire, but discipline keeps it burning. So let me ask you, who do you want to be 1 year from now? The same person, repeating the same excuses, or a stronger version of yourself, standing taller, living with pride, free from regret? The answer is in your hands, and it begins today. Discipline begins with responsibility. The moment you stop blaming the world and start owning your choices, your life changes. Many people say, "I don't have time. I'm too tired." It's not fair. But the truth is, excuses don't build your future. Decisions do. Imagine a man who lost his job after 12 years. He could have cried. He could have blamed the economy. He could have given up. But instead, he turned pain into power. He started small, an online business from his kitchen table. 2 years later, he was earning more than his old salary. What changed? Not his luck, his mindset, his discipline. Success is never an accident. It is predictable. It is the result of doing the right things, the right way, every single day. Think of two students. One studies 20 minutes daily, the other studies 5 hours once a month. Who will win? Always the disciplined one. Success is like planting a tree. You don't water it once with a bucket, you water it daily with patience. And one day, the roots grow deep, the branches rise high, and the shade covers your future. Discipline also means having clear goals. Your brain is like a GPS. If you don't give it a destination, it will take you nowhere. Don't just say, "I want to be rich." Say, "I will save $5,000 by December 31st. I will cut useless spending. I will work weekends to build my future. Now your brain has a mission. Now discipline has a reason. Excellence is another form of discipline. Most people are not lazy. They just accept average. They do enough to get by. But excellence means going beyond, even when nobody is watching. Think of two waiters in a restaurant. One does the bare minimum. No smile, no care. The other remembers your name, brings your food with kindness, checks if you are happy. Who gets more tips? Who gets promoted? Who gets remembered? The disciplined one. Your reputation comes from your performance. Your performance comes from your discipline. So if you want to rise above, don't just do what's easy. Do what's excellent. Wake up early. Finish what you start. Practice when tired. Say no to laziness. Learn when others relax. That is how discipline builds excellence. Courage also lives in discipline. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in the presence of fear. There was a woman who dreamed of opening a bakery. But fear whispered, "What if you fail? What if no one buys? What will people say?" So she waited. 7 years passed. Her dream stayed locked in her kitchen. Until one day her daughter asked, "Mom, why don't you just try?" That night, she cried. The next week she sold 10 cakes. 3 years later she owned 2 bakeries. She still felt fear, but discipline was stronger than fear. Courage is like a muscle. You build it by using it. Speak when it's uncomfortable. Try even when you might fail. Say no when everyone expects yes. Stand for your dream when no one supports you. Discipline makes you act even when your legs are shaking, and that is real power. Persistence is the heartbeat of discipline. Most people start with motivation. They are excited. They are full of energy. But when the pain comes, they quit. The gym becomes empty after 2 weeks. The book stays half read. The business dies after the first failure. The YouTube channel is abandoned after 3 videos. Why? Because motivation fades. But persistence keeps you alive. Success is like digging for gold. Some dig for a day and stop. Some dig for a week and stop. But gold is found by those who keep digging when the dirt feels endless. Imagine a boy learning English. Every day he studies. But he still struggles to speak. He feels like giving up. What's the point, he thinks. But he keeps going, day after day. 6 months later, he gives a speech in class. Not perfect, but powerful. The class claps. The teacher smiles, and the boy cries. Not because it was easy, but because he didn't quit. It's not who starts fastest. It's who refuses to stop. Work is another mirror of discipline. Most people hate their jobs. They drag themselves to the office. They count the seconds until the day ends. But they don't see the truth. Work is not just a job. It is a reflection of your character. There are 3 types of people at work. The lazy, who complain and wait. The average, who do the minimum. And the disciplined, who take pride, who improve, who go beyond. Guess who grows? Guess who gets promoted? Guess who becomes unstoppable? The disciplined one. There was a boy in a shoe shop. He wasn't educated. He had no special skills. But every day he cleaned the shop. He arranged shoes with care. He smiled at every customer. He asked his boss, "What else can I do today?" Others laughed at him. "You're just a shop boy," they said. But 2 years later, he became manager. 3 years later, he opened his own business. The ones who laughed stayed in the same place. Work is not about position. It is about how you show up. Be on time. Learn every day. Take initiative. Finish with pride. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Leadership also begins with discipline. It is not about giving orders. It is not about control. It is about example. People don't follow words. They follow consistency. A father says, "Don't waste time on your phone." But he scrolls all evening. Do you think his son listens? No. Your leadership is not what you say. It is what you live. There was a young woman in a marketing team. She wasn't the oldest, she wasn't the most experienced, but she arrived early. She focused deeply. She completed tasks before deadlines. She helped without complaining. She never blamed others. One day, her manager quit. The boss pointed to her. She will lead. Why? Not because of her degree, not because of her loud voice, but because she led by example. If you want to lead, discipline yourself first. Discipline your time, discipline your words, discipline your energy, discipline your habits, because people are always watching. Discipline is also the foundation of business. Starting is easy, staying is hard. That is why so many give up. It is not ideas they lack. It is discipline. The discipline to wake up early. The discipline to post content daily. The discipline to keep going when no one is watching. There was a man who started a small clothing brand. At first he was excited. He designed. He built a website. He sold a few pieces. But then, silence. No orders. No progress. Most people would have quit. But he chose discipline. He created a plan. 5 a.m., wake up, new designs, daily posts, 50 new contacts per day, 6 months without fail. At month 7, one video went viral. 10,000 orders in 3 days. Today he runs a team of 20. Not luck, not talent. Discipline. Sales also need discipline. Everyone sells. A product, a service, an idea, even yourself. But most people fail. Why? Because they stop after one rejection. They give up after one no. But discipline says follow up. Again and again. Until trust is built. Because people buy consistency, not perfection. Money also obeys discipline. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a discipline problem. They spend before they earn. They buy with emotion, not logic. They waste what they already have. But financial discipline says, save first. Spend later. Invest in learning. Track your habits. Say no to temporary pleasure for long-term freedom. Wealth is not magic. It is boring habits repeated. Time is the most expensive resource. You can earn money again, but you can never get back time. Discipline with time means respect for life. Cut distractions. Protect your focus. Start even when you don't feel ready. Because wasting time is stealing from your own future. Your health also reflects your discipline. Without energy, even the strongest dream dies. So move your body. Eat clean. Rest deeply. Treat your body as your responsibility, not your excuse. And happiness? It is not found in pleasure. It is found in purpose. It is found in the pride of keeping your promises to yourself. It is found in discipline. Peace of mind also comes from discipline. The discipline to speak truth. The discipline to control reaction. The discipline to walk away from drama. Without discipline, your mind stays heavy. With discipline, your heart feels light. Character is built in silence. When no one is watching, do you keep your word? Do you return what is not yours? Do you act with honesty? Discipline writes your character line by line. And finally, willpower. The engine behind it all. The ability to say no when everything in you screams yes. The ability to choose your future over your feeling. Willpower is the muscle of your mind. Train it daily. Protect it with rest. Grow it with practice. Now listen carefully. Discipline without direction is wasted. So, set goals. Clear goals. Write them down. Break them into steps. Review them weekly. Discipline gives you the power to finish what you start. Goals give you the map to know where you're going. And this is where it all comes together. No excuses. No blaming. No waiting. You don't need luck. You don't need talent. You need discipline. So let me challenge you. Within the next 24 hours, write down one goal. Take one step. Just one. Because success is not built in years, it is built in daily choices. This is your time. This is your life. And the future belongs to the disciplined. So subscribe to English Motivational Learning, not just to support this channel, but to remind yourself that you are part of a community of learners, dreamers, and builders. Together, we rise. Together, we grow. Together, we build a future without excuses. Now go. Stand tall. Take action and become unstoppable.